Here are the baby names that dads tend to hate from the perspective of a name consultant who works with a lot of parents who have a very different taste and they're trying to find a name that meets in the middle. I'm gonna have a whole spiel at the end, so do your due diligence and watch that before you comment if you're upset by me making generalizations. But we'll just jump into it. We'll start with the girls' names that I see the most often, or I have seen the most often recently. So they are Aurora. Dads think that one is like way too far out there, even though it's a top 25 name. Rosemary, they think it's too old. Juliet, Romeo and Juliet. Penelope, I don't know why, but I feel like this is on so many lists where in my consultation intake forums, the mom's like, I love the name Penelope. He's like a hard pass. This is another one that's popular, but dads don't really know what's popular, so they think it's kind of like weird or like too out there. Ivy, and I think it's because a lot of dads had a crush on Poison Ivy growing up. That was like their little cartoon crush. Georgia, I never really know why they don't like Georgia, but that shows up fairly often. Sylvie, I really love Sylvie, but again, that's one that shows up often. And then Margot, it's because they don't like the spelling. That's usually the feedback I get over the name Margot. I've got a few less that I found for boys. Dominic is a big one. For some reason, that's one I feel like if it's not a name that dad brought to the table, it's one he just like does not like. Like if he's never considered it before, I think it's like a knee-jerk reaction name where like maybe if he sits with it, he'll like it, but his knee-jerk is like, no, not Dominic. And then the plural names, Brooks, Wells, Hayes, so on. I don't know why, but those always are ones that mom likes, dad doesn't like, as far as I see in my consultations. Emerson, dad thinks that's a girl's name. It is becoming more popular for girls, but any of those names with that son suffix on it, those are names that mean like Emerson is son of Emery. Son of. So it's like they started out, they originated as masculine names. They've just kind of skewed to become more gender neutral. And then finally, Julian and Micah. I also get the feedback with those names that they sound like girls' names, which I don't think there should be a problem with any name sounding like a girl name. But that is something I think some people are a little more iffy about. Now for my little spiel disclaimer, I gathered the names from this list just by going through around 40 consultations I've done recently. And these are the names that showed up. The most any of them showed up was 4 times, and that was Penelope. Most of them showed up 2 or 3 times, all more than once. Last time I did this video, probably about a year ago, I went through like 150 consultations, so there were more occurrences for each name, but I didn't do that this time. Of course, saying these are the names men hate or these are the names dads hate, that's just a generalization. It's called a hook if you're a content creator. It gets people's attention. Whenever I make this video though, I've done this is my 3rd or 4th time, I do get men in the comments mad that I said that. Like, you can't speak for all men, you're not even a man yourself. I'm not trying to, it's just called a hook. So that's just like what I'm doing with that. And I'm sorry if anyone doesn't like that, but you gotta do what you gotta do. And I hope everyone's having a good day.